Yeah, the main problem or the main trouble causer here is the drug called cocaine and heroin. Tembo are the main trouble causes here in Uganda, East Africa. And the bigger the difference this drug is causing in a fellowship of faith like ours, it is too unfortunate. What Americans and the rest of the world cannot accept is that what we are saying is the truth about what's happening here in Uganda, East Africa. We appeal to the world that what we've mentioned, and we're gonna denounce very many under this dragging wave, which is intervening into our societies and communities. Indeed, if we don't talk about it, it's going to be rampant, as theft has gone rampant in very many areas due to complications caused by this drug called cocaine and heroin. Tembo. I appeal to the United States that this is the truth about all of it, and we cannot deny the fact of it that friends have dragged up here. They have lost sensitivity, so they have ended up or steal property, steal welfare funds sent to individuals who don't do cocaine and heroin. It is to our fact that our church streams in Uganda Christian Outreach Ministries, they only embrace those they have offered this drug, and they have offered it to very many while they involve them into this company called Yukon. We've seen that only those our streams involve into this type of drugging are the only ones brought close to become ministers in this company. Only those Stephen Damulia Mayanja involves into cocaine, drugging, and homosexuality are the only people he gets involved into ministry in his company. It is a big disappointment we've seen in Yukon, and if we are to be helped out, we have to speak it louder to the rest of the world to understand our case against US missionaries who think they get it from our families, fly to Africa. When they reach in Africa, they determine whether to deliver or not to deliver. And if they don't deliver, they go on lie to our friends and family about we. Like me, very many gentlemen have failed to deliver and lie to my parent. A man like Keith Johnson of Jetty's House Church, Washington, Seattle, he did not deliver, or he delivered a quarter of the parcel given to him to deliver. He delivered a piece of it, and he went with the biggest portion of the delivery he had to make. Look what Lisa. He comes here, Lisa Nevada of Washington, Seattle. She comes down to deliver. She fails to deliver. She writes heresy about me. She writes lies about me towards whoever is sent her to me. I can show you how far this drug is taking church people, and those ones who get involved into druggy attitudes are the people they offer US welfares. If we are not part of their druggy system, they mess us up. That's what we've seen in UCOM, Uganda Christian Outreach Ministries. Is it a drug dealing company, or it is a community church-based company? We're gonna fight to see that this company, which is raised us happy, teachable, correctable, etc., is not gonna mess us up, one, and it's not gonna be messed up by individuals who think they can even do cocaine business into this company. A man like David Easterly of Washington, D.C., he comes in here with a lots of cocaine drugs and runs away with a lots of welfare funds out of Uganda, and he goes free. Then he plots ways to get rid of such matter his way. That's why we said we cannot keep quiet. The reason why others tell you to keep quiet, they send the thief to clean their mess. We've understood how thieves are sound than even thinkers or than even doctors today. But we appeal to the world that Uganda is like a virgin girl. If we look at its druggy character, it's like a virgin girl. So whatever drug pops into this country, it's gonna make big effect bad. We've seen cocaine affecting pastors in Uganda, East Africa, as they learnt this drug in America or elsewhere. They come back here, become pain down beneath our butts because of this drug is insensitivity. We've done research upon this drug. In Italy, this drug is made for pigs and is made of puppy, but is made for pigs. If a drug which is made of pigs to eat that excessively eating in Uganda, it cannot fit brains of Ugandans. We've seen the results of this drug terribly. People can't handle when they want to pee, when they want to go to a long call or a short call. They cannot manage whatever gets out of them to ease. They cannot manage. They cannot manage to do without. Upon the research we've done on cocaine, there is nobody who has ever done it, quit it without a medical attention. It is only in marijuana where guys can quit drugs and remain healthy without a doctor's attention. But we've found out the fact that when whoever takes this cocaine or heroin drug loses sensitivity. If the world consults doctors and medical personnel, the world is going to find out how hectic cocaine is into Europe and Asia. So bad elements like mesas of Seattle, Washington have judged Africa, Uganda, that terrible to involve this society with such a terrible drug. Indeed, if this drug is purged away to reach the younger generation of Africa, Uganda, we just know, according to the temperatures, hot temperatures here in Uganda, and the type of drug they introduce to young kids here in Uganda, we just know the results gonna be that hostile, like those of Brazil. Because when I was reading about the cocaine effect on Brazil, I ended up finding the fact that these went zombie in Brazil because they lacked enough feeds and they lacked resources. They went zombie in Brazil, and that is how far small I made my research on it. But they went zombie because they had little food to feed, and they had a few resources to take them through their high process. So I appeal to the rest of the world that what has caused this mess get bigger and bigger, it's cocaine, drugs, and heroin temple partners to gayism in Uganda, and people who have got involved in promoting this type of drugly and sex habit are as they follow. A gentleman with a big company, a prominent speaker of faith, when he was messed up by gay influencers, he chose to do it the more, or take it the more, take it deeper to people like we Ugandans. And naively we are. Very many thought they put you in that category, they offer you help. And that's what people like Kayanja Robert of Miracle Center Cathedral is been telling boys he harasses sexually into gay actions and bad sex actions. I appeal to the world that the far this druggery of cocaine and heroin is caused complications, the far gay influencers have entered Uganda, and a man like Kayanja Robert of Miracle Cathedral to be that influential with such a dubious action following him wherever he goes. He's ended up stealing our property, talking to friends who can't offer to us, causing a lot of complications upon boys and girls in church, promising them things he does not have. So he sat at the US Embassy. Since he's a staff at the US Embassy, he began to open each and every parcel he sees, looking for things he's promised people. He's hurt that sexually, and he's ended up bad even to we the owners of the property he steals. We appeal to the church business, Pentecostal church business people, and as far as Kayanja Robert is concerned, I understand he's got a link with Mr. Reinhard Bonnke, and he's got a link with Bishop Thomas Daniel Jakes and Dr. Creflo Dollar of World Changes Church. I appeal to you, great friends of Kayanja Robert, that do to his druggery character is caused more harm than good to us. The way he steals our property, end up in the spirit talk, it is put us that crazy, because we pay taxes on each and everything Robert Kayanja steals, and you very well know he steals property which is not yours all. If he tells you he steals our property and you accept him, that is crazy. But Kayanja Robert is one of the people who have involved into this cocaine druggery, and gayism is involved also into this robbery. Kasozi Robert of Kawempe Worship Center is also involved into this druggery and is also involved into this theft at the US Embassy. Damulira Mayanja Stephen and Sise also, they are involved into this druggery, and they are also involved into this theft at the US Embassy. Andrew Wesonga and Susan Wesonga of Wuzi Worship Center is also involved into this druggery, cocaine druggery, and is also involved into this theft at the US Embassy. Sise Mayanja Damulira is also involved into this drugging and is also involved into this theft. Another man called another boy called Emmanuel. I tell you, there are very many boys who are involved into this drugging of cocaine, yet they are involved into this theft. Now, a fool like Kasozi, who gives his children this drug in order to obtain welfares sent to other people, because his children are dragged up by this drug. Indeed, it is our responsibility to assure World Outreach Ministry Foundation whatever is happening here, because Stephen Mayanja cannot tell Warmth what's happening. We want Warmth to know that it is not the truth what Stephen Mayanja is doing with parcels and welfares. Stephen Mayanja chose all our welfares to be taken by the president and himself, which is not real, because as far as we understand, Ron gave whoever money. Easterly, Dan Hammer, Bob, Ronnie's brother, they are all involved into this drug, cocaine, yet they are involved into this theft of funds. What's going on? A cocaine-drugged hood of Seattle, Washington, a hood which enjoys theft and cocaine drugs, has joined hands in Uganda, East Africa, to obtain money and property by false pretense. We are calling upon the Narcotics International to come operate in Uganda before it gets that worse bad. We are calling upon Narcotics International to consider our country a virgin country into a druggary character or a druggary system. Any drug which pops in Uganda prevails, and it affects that much as it has affected the Pentecostal movement of Uganda. Thank you very much.